Hello, welcome. I'm Dominadella Pie, Mistress Sasha Storm. Welcome to my channel. Today it's about our granny, narcissistic grandmother. My mother, I was just pouring my mom her morning cup of tea, and something we were talking about led us to the subject of the time when my grandmother, she found herself in a new church. She was always trying different churches. She went to the Vatican 5 times. And so this new church, she got very chummy with the people. They got very close to her, and she was very tight with the pastor's wife. So she got into this church. Well, okay. We discovered because we always celebrated my grandmother's birthday. Nobody's birthday is celebrated except my grandmother's. So we always celebrated her birthday. They would have parties for her, and she is a Gemini narc. So of course she's got to always be seen and get attention and be the most beautiful and the best dressed and the best and better than and blah blah blah. And so we heard about the party. She was boasting to us that the people, they treat her so well at this church, and they're throwing a birthday party for her. And it's like she thought, she never dreamed that we would attend. Even I, who never goes anywhere, to do with family, I don't really show up for family stuff. I'm known for that, and because I'm the black sheep, right? Why should I be there? So we showed up. We all showed up to that church. They were throwing a birthday party for my granny. And when we arrived and we were being introduced, the pastor's wife and the pastor, the people were like, you're her family? You're her granddaughter? You're her daughter? You're her grandson? You're this, you're that. We were all there present. And the people were shocked because my granny had told them all that she had no family and no one cared about her. And she was so happy to have these church people as her chosen family. They treat her so well and blah, blah, blah. They were like jaw dropped because here we all were, her family, that she told these church people didn't exist. Oh no, I don't have any family. Poor me, poor me, poor me. She even made the pastor's wife her power of attorney. I couldn't be her power of attorney. It had to be, somebody who was a more important person on the scale of the black community scale. The pastor's wife can be my granny's power of attorney, but I can't be, for her own narc reasons. This is the devaluing, just always devaluing. And so it's funny how she ended up dead. She ended up, yes, being murdered in a long-term care facility during this crown virus Wuhan doo-doo. And she is no longer with us. They decided they're going to kill her at the age of 96. She was in good health. My grandmother was very strong. And no one ever believed her age. Whenever they saw her, they always thought she was at least 20 years younger than her actual age. And it's just that her mind had deteriorated. She had dementia. And it became increasingly difficult. It was like close to impossible for us to manage, even if we lived nearby. She was so outrageous and so outlandish and always wanting attention. I tried to do a video with her. I asked her to appear on video, and I was interviewing her, and she flashed me. She flashed me 3 times. I could not show that video. I was embarrassed and ashamed. They always want attention. They want to be on display. They're narcissists. And the sad part is the things they do, they tell a lot of lies. They like to pit people against each other. If you don't do what they want, they will ask you for something, and if you can't give to them or do it as fast as they want it done, they get very angry and they throw a tantrum. and they will try to punish you. Like, it's just really ridiculous that this narcissism, we've been, like, I've been living my life with narcissists and I didn't know what they were. I just felt cursed that I was related to people who could be so mean, so cruel, so wicked, so evil, so, and then, but appear so nice, so sweet. She was the sweetest lady. Nobody would ever believe could be as evil until they experience it themselves. And in turn, more and more people would. So then people start to no longer pay attention to her or listen to her or even care about her because of how destructive, what a destructive force she was on this planet, and only wanting to be the one considered important. She had to be the queen of everyone and lord over us all, and diminish and devalue and dismiss so cruelly, so detached, unable to love but pretending to, and using money to manipulate, and so money hungry and money grubbing, and only liking men. Hate women, couldn't stand girls, couldn't stand women. Every woman was competition to her, but of course in her mind they were not, because she was always the most beautiful, always the best dressed. It was so sad. It's so sad to have such a persona as a grandmother, because she was so false, so fake. She pretended to be caring and she wasn't. I asked her for so long for this recipe. She used to make this yam pie that I just thought, wow, I want to make mine. I'm going to make my own damn yam pie, and it's going to be better than hers. So I just wanted that recipe, something she made up. It wasn't like from a book. That's how we are. We create great things in culinary arts, and that was one thing she did. She did many good things in the kitchen, but she didn't teach me. I had to learn from observing her, watching her, because she wouldn't say, hey, let's do this, or this is how you do this. No, she didn't want to teach me anything. So when I asked her for the recipe of that yam pie, and she died without me ever getting it. And I would keep asking her over the years. And there was always a reason why she couldn't. She just couldn't give it to me. She wouldn't give it to me. And I've noticed, dealing with narcissists, how it is that they can never give to you. They never want to give to you. If they're giving to you, there's some strings attached. There's a reason for it. It's manipulation. It's the only purpose of their giving. They're always ready to take. They will take and take and take and take and take, and never think of giving unless if there's a string attached that will be to their benefit somehow. And it's a sad thing, because when you're taught, you're conditioned to love your granny. Love your granny. It's your granny, right? Whoever would think a woman, an older woman, would be up to no damn good, just around the clock, as long as she was evil. It was like she was possessed by an evil spirit, like she had the devil in her. And it was very sad. And one time I was over at her place with my brother. She'd been accusing him of something, and I knew that she was wrong, that whatever she was accusing him of, she was wrong, that he wasn't guilty of it. So I stood in his defense, and I stood up to her and I told her, no, he didn't do that. I don't believe that didn't happen. She was so furious with me. She says, oh, you're ganging up with him against me. You're going against me with him. And she shot me a look. And when I looked at her in her eyes, that was not her. It's like she shape-shifted. I was literally staring at a witch. My granny was a witch at that moment, like a monster. She went from being the most beautiful woman to being the most hideous in an instant. And I blinked, and boom, it was gone. It really freaked me out to see that. So I believe that these people, and I've had encounters with other narcissists who also shifted right before my eyes. It's something to do with the eyes of a narc. Yes, please like, share, subscribe. Thank you. Good morning, afternoon, evening, night.